Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those that love it will eat its fruit." You can listen to a person's conversation and kind of tell where they are based on the words they use. I can tell you firsthand that I had to change some of my vocabulary because I realized some of the words I was using was keeping me in a place I didn't want to stay in. Some of these words that some of us use are prison holders for us. They keep us chained in our lives of where we are, and we may say where we want to go, but subconsciously we say things like, "I will try. I'll give this a shot. Maybe one day." Those phrases are nothing more than excuses to keep you where you are. And what do I mean by that? When you say, "I'll give this a try," or "maybe one day," "I hope so," "I wish," those are passive terms. When you understand that death and life are in the power of the tongue, this is a creator right here. This creates things. You can build people's careers. You could tear down a person's life with this tongue right here. This will give praise. This could also give pain. Your tongue is very powerful. And I don't think we understand how powerful our tongue is. But when you change your vocabulary, you change your life. You change your destiny. When you start removing those passive words, those passive phrases, your life begins to improve. You take a different direction. When you say things that even though you may not necessarily believe it that moment, but when you're consistent, that law of consistency speaks to your subconscious heart and your mind. And before you know it, now your heart is in alignment with your mind. You said what you were saying subconsciously, but in your heart, it didn't resonate. But the more you kept saying, when you get up in the morning, "This is the day that the Lord has made. I will work on my 7-figure business today. I will work towards my house. I will buy my house today. I will make plans. I will, or I am, or I must have." Or when you speak like that, you're speaking with authority. You're speaking commandments. Remove the words, "I try," "I hope," "maybe one day." Take those words out. Or if it's not one thing, it's something else. When you say that, you are giving permission for things to come into your life to happen. You don't believe me? Give it a try. But when you move those phrases out of your life and say, I'm handling today's obstacle. Or if you don't have money, just say, "I have a financial challenge at the moment." Or what I used to say at the most when life was throwing me lemons, I would say, "This too shall pass." I would keep saying that. This too shall pass, because everything we go through is temporary in life, including life itself.